Val Demings, Democrat of Florida. She's a member of the House Homeland Security Committee and the former chief of the Orlando Police Department. Representative, thank you for being with us. And that just some of the stories and the remembrances there, and you remember that day. Now that we're a year later, how's the city, how's the community doing?
Well, I tell you what, first of all, thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you. It's still hard to believe. You know, I've worked 27 years as an Orlando police officer, and part of that time as the chief of police, I've seen tragedy, but it's still tough and difficult to believe that such a horrific event could happen here in Orlando. 49 people losing their lives, many others injured, and families shattered forever. But I tell you what, over the last year, we have seen this community come together. While we, I think, approached the June 12th of last year with our differences and our challenges, it was really assuring to see this community come together and rally behind the families, the loved ones, and really work together, grieve together to make those families whole again. And we still have a lot of work to do, but I really feel 1 year later that we're in a good place.
Again, as I was saying in the introduction, a former chief of police there in Orlando, what has changed to, and as you well know as an expert on this, it is tough to prepare for such tragedies, for anti-terrorism. And you're doing one thing, I know that's anti-terrorism funding on the federal level and the local level, but what on the ground can be done in terms of policing?
Well, I tell you, our world has certainly changed quite a bit since I was sworn in as a police officer in 1984. 9/11 certainly changed the way we trained. It changed our focus. But I do believe that out of the ashes, good things can rise. And I think we're much better prepared as first responders, working better with our state and federal partners to keep our community safe. The training's different. The equipment's different. We train together. Before we really never did. Our communications are better. And while no community wants a horrific event like this to occur, I think Orlando rose to the occasion in unbelievable circumstances, and I think many more communities are prepared to deal with tragedies like this. But part of my job, and we need a lot of help in Congress from others, is to do everything we can to prevent incidences like this from happening in the first place, and that's to look at sensible, reasonable gun safety legislation.
30 seconds here, Representative. What conversation stands out to you of these families, of these friends, of those who either lost somebody or who survived?
Well, to hear the stories of persons who were in the club that night and not so involved in worrying about their own lives, but using their bodies to shield other people's lives. Mothers who were walking around, running around, searching for their sons. There are just so many horrific or wonderful stories when you look at people who jumped right in, even under dangerous circumstances, to rescue the injured and get them to a nearby hospital. The story of Angel, for example, who was shot 6 times, but has turned his grief and injury and tragedy into